Hi everybody, I am getting my peas rack up. I'll show you how that's going to work. Just anchoring down the netting here so the peas can latch onto it and climb the vine, climb the netting here. So anyway, just anchoring this down, get it down low enough so the peas will latch on and start climbing. So I'm getting my warm weather crops ready to plant. I ran behind this year because I've been busy. You know, the personal life gets in your way of doing the things you want to do or have to do sometimes. So that's what I'm doing now, is catching up just a little bit and just getting things ready. I'm going to be planting squash and pumpkin and all my other warm weather things here in my other bed, and we'll start doing that now. So today I'm going to be planting my long neck pumpkin, some cucumbers, squash, all my warm weather crops. And it's late enough in the season now, or late enough in the spring that is, I can plant these now. Normally in the past I've planted these out, started them indoors, and to get an early start, I've been too busy, got a late start, so I'm going to just plant them out directly and cover them. So my pumpkin, this is my long neck pumpkin that I've planted every year. I get really big pumpkins out of this. It's not a regular pumpkin, it's a long neck, kind of like a long neck squash, but all I'm going to do is take it, put it in sideways, give it a little push down, plant, I don't know, 3, 4, or 5 in here, about an inch down, get a couple more, and these will give me pumpkin that's anywhere from 5 to maybe 15 pounds, and it makes great pumpkin pie. So I'm going to plant these about a foot apart because they're a larger plant. They take up a lot of space. So pushing these seeds in sideways like this, I got that from the MI gardener. I watch some of his stuff. One thing about him is, boy, he can talk. He's got a lot of good information though. You might want to check him out. Okay, acorn squash, I'm going to plant this about a foot away, maybe a foot and a half away from my pumpkins. By the way, I've got this nice here. It's got 4-inch inch increments, so it's nice and easy to measure how far away. I'm going to do it right there's good enough. So again, I'm going to push these in sideways about an inch deep. The these squash don't take up as much room, don't require as much space. The leaves aren't as large as maybe like zucchini and the larger varieties of squash. So I can plant them and put some other butternut squash next to that. I like the butternut squash too. About a foot away. I'm going to plant 5 seeds again. Cover them up. Now, just so you know, you remember where you planted them. I just put these in here so I know. Okay, a couple of those, and then I'm going to go for my cucumbers. I have Space Master here. I'm going to plant some lemon cucumbers. Now, notice these seeds are a little smaller, quite a bit smaller than the squash. So I'm not going to plant them as deep. I'm going to plant again several in one space, just to make sure, because I don't want to plant something and they don't come up. Then I got that wasted space. I'm going to plant a couple of these. Now I'm going to leave room in this bed. This is my 10-foot bed. I'm going to leave room. You can plant these closer together, by the way. I'm going to leave room so that I can do some succession planting, which means as these cucumbers grow and start to produce, I'm going to start some more probably in about a month or so to follow them up in production, so that I have cucumbers all summer long. Yep, there you go. Okay, I've watered everything in. Now I'm going to cover them with the totes. This is going to be my mini greenhouse. All I'm going to do is use my little stakes to anchor them down a little bit, because I don't want them to blow away. If I get a decent wind in here, they'll blow away. Don't want that, even though they won't go far because I've got my garden is fenced in now. I just don't want that to happen. So unless I get some 60-mile-an-hour winds in here, that should be good. The other thing I'm going to do is use these. I think this is a 1-liter bottle. I'm just going to take this and screw it in there. Just like that. So it's down far enough. Creates a little mini greenhouse here. And we'll see how that works. I'm going to use that for my squash. Now, I was using those hooks, those anchors, to show me where I did but put the plants, but I'm going to use the rocks instead. I'm just going to leave those off now. And that's what I'm going to do. So that's how I'm going to be able to plant outside before my last frost date, which is here is June 1st. I'm going to be able to use those for little greenhouses, trap the moisture in there. I can pull those off easy, but they'll protect against any frost or colder weather. I want to just touch on my peas rack, this netting, real quick. I've got a video on this. I did a video last year, I think. I modified this, though, from the last video, I think. I started using zip ties, so I had cord that was wrapping around the post and attaching the netting to the post. So instead, I took that off and I put zip ties on. This holds it together really well, and the doesn't come loose like the twine does. So that's a modification I made for that. This netting I can take up and put down in less than 2 minutes. So it's really convenient. It works really well. It's usable year after year because that nylon netting doesn't degrade. So if you're going to plant peas or anything else, cucumbers, anything that's a climbing plant, you can certainly use this type of netting. Hey, hope that video was helpful. If you liked the video, give it a like, share it with your friends, subscribe to my channel if you would, leave your comments and questions below, and ring that bell to get notified of my future videos. Back soon with more stuff. Bye-bye.